Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money with your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here with episode 375 of Screw the Commute podcast. I'm here with Andrew Poletto. He's transitioning to screwing that commute. I mean, he's a school teacher, and I don't know if he spends his day pepper spraying kids or I don't know what it's like in the classroom nowadays, but he's built a really great membership site he's going to tell you about for people over 50. So even if you're not 50 now, listen to this anyway. You probably got parents or people, uncles and aunts that might benefit from this. And he's got a brand new book out we'll tell you about here in a minute. Now, I hope you didn't miss episode 374. It was David Ricklin from the famous site selfgrowth.com. And he has got another great new thing with business networking. I mean, selfgrowth.com has millions of visitors per month. He's built it up. He's been in the game almost as long as I have. And he did this new thing about joint venturing. So check it out in the show notes. There's a link that you can take over and check out his new joint venture site where you can find affiliates and find people to partner with and all kinds of great things. So check that out. That was episode 374. Now, how would you like to hear your own voice here on Screw the Commute? Well, if the show's helped you out at all in your business or given you ideas to help you start a business, we want to hear about it. Visit screwthecommute.com and look for a little blue sidebar that says send a voicemail. Click on it, talk into your phone or computer, tell me how the show's helped you, and make sure you put your website in there so you can get a big shout out on a future episode of Screw the Commute. Now, while you're over there, we got some other great things for you. You can pick up a copy for free of a book that we sell for $27 on how to automate your business. I mean, just one of the tips in this book has saved me literally, we figured it out, about 7.5 million keystrokes. And it helps me take care of customers lightning fast and prospects. And it's just been great, but you get it free. So check it out at screwthecommute.com/automate free, screwthecommute.com/automate free. And one more thing we got for you is our podcast app. It does all kinds of cool things on your cell phone and tablet. Check it out at screwthecommute.com/app. That's APP. All right, people are still freaking out with the pandemic, even though the vaccine is on its way. There's still lockdowns one day, next day it's not. The kids are in school one day. I get texts, and I don't even have kids, emergency text from Virginia Beach school district saying, no school, don't come to school tomorrow. You'll die. You'll burst into flames. I don't know what's wrong with these people, but it seems to me the science says there should be in school, but hey, what am I going to do? I don't have a dog in the fight, they say. No, I don't have any kids, but it seems like it's awful crazy out there. But folks, you don't want to get stuck in this situation where you can't make a living when they cancel your job, they lock down everything. I want you to be able to sell from home, and I have been living this lifestyle for 26 years since the commercial internet started. So this is not hocus pocus. And I formalized my training in the form of a school about 12 years ago. It's the only licensed dedicated internet marketing school in the country, probably the world, at imtcva.org. So it teaches the hardcore skills that every business on earth needs. So you or your children will have a skill that's in demand, and they'll start making money very quickly. Instead of going to a 4-year traditional college where you've been brainwashed that you have to do it, and then they're competing for jobs at Starbucks. So we don't want that. So check out imtcva.org. And a little later, I'll tell you how, if you're in my mentor program, you can get a scholarship to the school that you can either use yourself or gift to somebody. All right, let's get to the main event. Andrew Poletto's here. He wants you to know, think about this, how some people over 50, they're a bit intimidated going to the gym and working with a 25-year-old trainer. Well, Andrew takes that feeling away from people and teaches them, hey, it's okay to work out at their age and accomplish better health and fitness by using common sense and easy to follow programs. Andrew, are you ready to screw the commute?
Man, I've been waiting for years to have you ask me that question. Yes, I am.
Oh, that's great. So, so tell everybody what you're doing now. We got to get into talking about your book and your membership site, but how are you helping folks out there with their health?
Well, what I found out is folks that are over 50 years old, a lot of us, basically, it used to be jocks in high school and in college. And when we turned 50, we're no longer jocks, of course, but we still think we can work out like we used to and be healthy like we used to. But what I'm finding out is the older we get, the more people don't want to bench press a Buick anymore like we used to back in the day. So if that's the only thing that they know how to do when it comes to working out and being healthy and fit, they need people that to help them out. And so I feel that's an untapped market. So that's why I started doing something to help folks out, just to get a little healthier, a little fitter, if that's even a word, than they were yesterday, by doing common sense at home type stuff or body weight stuff, or even if they want to go to the gym, but just basic stuff that they may not know. So that's what I like to do.
So, and when they see your site, they're going to see like your 6-pack abs and everything and all that, and your muscle, like Popeye muscles and all that, right?
Well, I do have a little bit of muscle, 6-pack abs. No. And I tell you what, and this is what I tell people all the time. If your goal is to show off your body on stage somewhere, I'm probably not the guy you want to talk to. It's not because I can't train you that way. I just don't like to train you that way, because that takes a lot of work and a lot of dedication. And most people don't want to put that kind of time and effort into it, but they all want to be healthier. Now, of course, people want to have a 6-pack ab, but people don't want to do the work to get the 6-pack abs. So if they can just be better tomorrow than they were today, that makes me feel good and that makes them feel good. So my whole goal is to get people to look better, feel better, and lose some weight.
Mine is more like a keg instead of a 6-pack. I don't know. I don't think that's what we're shooting for here.
Like you get the furniture disease as you get older. Your chest goes down to your drawers.
What was that disease?
The furniture disease.
Oh, I thought it was the Dunlap disease. You know that one?
Yeah.
Where your belly Dunlap over your belt.
Right. I tell people I got a 6-pack ab, washboard stomach, but it's covered up with dirty laundry.
So a lot of the things you do, you teach people that they can do it at home, right?
Right. I'm a big proponent of doing at-home workouts, at-home fitness, anything at home. And I can show you how to do it, whether you have equipment or not. You're walking around with your own gym. That's called body weight. And there's all kinds of stuff you can do with your body, just with basic body weight stuff. If you want to do it that way, I can teach you. If you want to do it with weights, I can teach you. But don't let the excuse of you not having the proper equipment be your excuse, because that's really not an excuse.
So tell them about your membership site.
Okay. A long time ago, I used to do interviews. And this was before YouTube came along and before podcasting was actually a thing. And so I was interviewing fitness experts from around the world and different kinds of fitness, and not always working out, but we had folks that were weight loss experts, people that were master chefs, frugal chefs, anything that had to do with health and being healthier today, healthier tomorrow than you were today. So I was interviewing those folks. So I had his collection of about 50 of them, about interviews. So I said, I can't just leave them be on the sidelines somewhere. I have to do something with them. So I started putting it all together and on a site. And so I said, well, there's on this website, membership site. So it had to be more to it than that. So I also started putting videos of how to do some basic exercises, and whether you have a workout, whether they have weights or not. So I do it in 3 different ways. Each video, I show them how to do it with a weight, with an exercise band, or with body weight stuff. So I have all that on the membership site at this point, along with all the past videos, interviews, I should say, and also recent interviews I did. And in the future, the more interviews I'm doing, I'm going to put those up on the site as well.
And they don't need a full home gym to do this stuff, right? You have stuff that they can do in different even rooms of the house, right?
Absolutely. And I tell people all the time, the only weights I have, I work out at home. The only weights I have is I have 4 dumbbells, 2 20-pound dumbbells and 2 25-pound dumbbells. And now some people say, well, you have 5 because you look in the mirror, you've got a big dumbbell right there. And that's the only kind of weights I have outside of exercise bands. So everything else I do is all body weight stuff.
Yeah, and you wouldn't even have to have them at all, right? You show them how to make some to weights out of just household items.
Absolutely. There's all kinds of items you can use at your home you don't even know about that you can use just to lift weights. Because once again, we're not looking to get you a body where you're showing it off on stage, just to get you fitter and healthier. And I'm a firm believer is if you put resistance on your muscles, you're going to start using them, because that's the whole point of having a human body is to move, because the human body was designed to run, jump, lift, bend, move, do all kinds of stuff. It was not designed to lay on the couch all day long. So as long as you move your muscles some way, shape, or form, you're going to get in better shape eventually.
I'm glad to hear that, because I don't lay on the couch all day. I just sit on the couch.
Oh, there you go. Hey, you're halfway there.
Now they say sitting's the new smoking. I really actually heard that. It's so bad for you to just sit.
I haven't heard that one yet, but that could be it. If you sit in one place all day, it's not doing you any good whatsoever. You have to move around.
Right. Now you got a new book coming out that goes. It's all about health, but it goes into all kinds of stuff, right?
Oh, yes. The book is actually called 102 at-home common sense health and fitness tips. And it's not just about lifting a weight or doing a squat or something like that. It's all kinds of health and fitness. So there's all kinds of stuff in your house that you can do or change or be aware of to make your house a more healthy place to exist, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and it goes as far as like the filters and your air conditioning and heating and toothbrushes. And I saw it; it was full of all kinds of great things that a lot of people just don't think about when it comes to health. They might know that it exists, but it's always low priority.
Right. Just because it doesn't. How do I want to phrase this? It doesn't make you look like, Mr. Olympia or Miss Fitness America. It doesn't mean it's not going to be healthy for you or make you healthier. Like you just said, for instance, changing your filters in your furnace or your air intake around your house, changing those at least twice a year, if not once a quarter. You need to do that, or else you're going to have all kinds of crap floating around your house that you don't want.
Yeah, and some people in more severe climates, either hot or cold, maybe even more often. Like in the West, Southwest, they're running their air conditioner, 24/7, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. You have to keep an eye on that. That's one of the things. Another one is the ceiling fans. Most people sleep with the fan on. I'm one that doesn't like that, but I know a lot of people do. But a lot of people don't look at the fan and see the dirt and grime and dust collecting on the opposite side of the fan.
Mm-hmm.
And once you see that once, you'll see that everywhere you go. And so I say, basically, get a ladder, go up there and take a towel and wipe it off. And if you can't reach it, I even point to a tool where you can use this tool to reach it for you to clean them off. And
there's specific ones that they'll reach ceiling fans from the ground and telescope up there and clean both sides of it for you.
Exactly. So it's those kind of health tips I have throughout the book. That's you say, just give you a couple of basic information there.
Now you had it's a unique book in that it's a video ebook, right?
Yeah, a lot of the things I do a 60-second type interview, a 60-second type video to show you how to do it. And I'm actually attempting to do some of the stuff. For instance, I attempt to jump rope, and I fail miserably a couple of times until I actually get it. So it's not me doing everything perfect. It's just me showing you what you can do to help out your health and fitness.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Like out of the 102 tips, almost all of them that I saw, linked to a video on YouTube. So it's they're going to work for sure. They're unlisted. That means that nobody else can see them except people that have the book. And it shows you, because you can read about how to do an exercise or how to do something, but when you see it, that can really makes it gel in your mind. So let's take you back. Were you entrepreneurial as a kid?
No, I was the kid that was. Well, first of all, my parents both came from Europe.
Oh,
so my sister and I were the first generation, if you will, to actually go to school, and so it was always instilled to me to be, go to school, get the good grades, go to college, get the good grades, and blah blah blah. Well, I'm here to tell you, and it's not knocking college whatsoever. And this is a
Oh,
plug
I
for
don't mind knocking college.
as much as I love the college I went to, St. Joseph's College, go Pumas. It has done absolutely zilch for me in my career. I've so being an entrepreneur in the last several years is when I actually started taking it seriously and getting down and dirty with it. Before it was more of a hobby, but lately it's with your tutorship, it's getting more ingrained in my mind too. This is the way to go about doing it.
Well, there's a lot to it. Everybody thinks it's just instant riches, having your own business, but there's a lot to learn and all kinds of facets of it. And with
Absolutely.
the internet, there's a bunch of different ways you can go on things. But I kind of like this digital world. And like, for instance, your ebook didn't cost much to develop other than you have a video camera, which is, I think, your phone sometimes.
Mhm.
And so you can create these pieces of intellectual property for almost nothing, and you can put them on. I think the next thing you're going to be doing is putting it on Amazon Kindle. That might take a little while to get it ready, but there's so many distribution channels and ways to help people, and they give you money for it.
Yes, exactly. And that's what my goal is, to get it up in different places. Right now, I'm just launching it in with your help to
Mhm.
just, I don't want to say locally, but as far reach as we can without being on Amazon at this point.
Right. But still, anybody in the world listening to this can buy it. That's the beauty. And in fact, tell them where they should go to check out your membership site and the book.
Well, my main site is topfitnessstrategies.com, and you can go to topfitnessstrategies.com/102tips. That's 102 tips. And to get to the membership site, it's topfitnessstrategies/getfit. So one is 102 tips, and the other one is get fit.
Beautiful. And didn't you have some type of freebie for them over there?
Yeah, matter of fact, I do. I did one of the interviews I once did was something with a friend of mine who's a virtual personal trainer. Matter of fact, this is a funny story. Her and I, we became friends via the internet, via different fitness sites back in mid 2000s. And when we were talking, we called each other one day. We started chit chatting, and we coined the phrase "virtual personal trainer." I'd never heard it before, and she didn't either. We started chuckling about it. A couple of years later, we hear this term everywhere. So I claimed I'm the father of that. But anyway, we did a call, and we called it the booty call because it was all about toning up your rear end. And the audio quality wasn't the greatest with it, so we redid it and we called it Butts and Gluts Booty Call 2.0. And so the audio quality isn't as good. I'll be upfront with it, isn't as good as what it is between when you do your stuff, because at the time my equipment was pretty crappy, but the information that she provided was great. And so you can get that. It's my freebie to you guys. You can go to topfitnessstrategies.com/guts, GUTS. And that's my freebie to you guys.
Topfitnessstrategies.com/guts, GUTS. That's awesome. So we'll have all these links for you in the show notes, folks. And we got to take a brief sponsor break. And when we come back, we'll ask Andrew what the typical day looks like for him and how he stays motivated. So, folks, about more than 20 years ago, I kind of turned the internet guru world on its head, in that people at my level were charging $50,000 or $100,000 up front to help people with small business people with what they knew. And I knew a lot of these people. If you give them $50,000, they'd be, you'd have to be chasing them around Mexico to find them because they wouldn't help you. So I said, you know what? I'm going to switch this around. I'm going to give them an entry fee, which is way lower, and then take a percentage of their profits that's capped. So for me to get my $50,000, they have to clear $200,000. Well, people really love this, and 1,700 plus students later, it's still going strong. And I call it the most unique, longest running, most successful mentor program of its kind. And nobody's ever challenged me on that. And I've even dared them to, like, put your program up against mine and let's see it. And they're too embarrassed to do it because we have all kinds of unique features. All of our training is one-on-one, where nobody else at my level will even talk to you, let alone teach you anything. And you have when the pandemic's over, you have a immersion trip to our Great Internet Marketing Retreat Center in Virginia Beach, where you actually live in the house, this big estate house with me, for an immersion weekend. We have a TV studio next door where we shoot marketing videos for you, put the graphics and everything on them for you. And I mean, just one of them at a seminar I saw going for $700, their seminar price. All right, so we had one, least anybody's gotten out of here with is 10 of them, and the most was 53. So it's really unique. And then if you're in the mentor program, you get a scholarship to my school, which you can either use yourself or gift to somebody. We had one guy gift it to his daughter, and she's making $6,000 a month on the side before she even graduated. And it takes 6 months to a year to graduate from the school. So she's, and he had spent $80,000 on her crappy education, and she was working some pitiful job. So it's really powerful program for business people or people that want to start an online business. And it would be a great legacy gift for any young people to actually give them a good start rather than send them to learn how to protest in college. So there we go. So check it out at greatinternetmarketingtraining.com and then give me a call. We can discuss your future online. All right, let's get back to the main event. We got Andrew Poletto here, and he has got a kind of a fitness over 50 site where he really teaches older folks or more mature folks, let's put it that way, to be healthy in all kinds of different ways. He's got a new book out and everything. So Andrew, what's a typical day look like for you when you're able to concentrate on your business?
A typical day for me is I wake up usually around 5:30 a.m.
Yikes.
I don't have an alarm. My body just wakes up at that time. So I figured I'm awake. I might as well do a workout. So I do a lot what I call video fitness, where I pop a video in and follow along with it, believe it or not. There's some real hardcore programs out there, but I also do a lot of my own stuff. And for the last month or so, I'm doing what I call ladder push-ups, where I have just basically a step ladder, a 5-step ladder, and I do a minute of jump rope. Then I do 21 bicycle crunches. And then I do 21 push-ups on the ground.
Wait, what's a bicycle crunch? Laying on your back, or?
Laying on your back and putting your hands behind your head and try and touch your elbows to your knees.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And then I immediately stop that and I do 21 push-ups. Why 21? I don't know. Just because there's a number to do.
You wish you were 21 again.
Exactly. I rest for 30 seconds, and then I do a jump rope again, the bicycle crunches. But then I do the push-ups, but I put my feet up on the next ring, the next step of the ladder.
Oh, woo, yeehaw.
Then I do this up to the top, and that's 5 rings or 5 rungs or whatever on the steps on the ladder. And then I repeat that. So when it's everything's said and done, I do 210 push-ups, 210 bicycles, and 10 minutes of jump rope.
Well, that's some serious stuff there. You're not expecting people to do the ladder thing right off the bat, are you?
Absolutely not. No, that's just something I'm doing just to do something different.
You barely do a girl's push-up.
That's not the kind of program that I teach.
Okay.
Train with. I can if they need me to, but I know most people can't do that, and it's not because they're not in a it's because they're not in a position to do so. If they want to get to that, I can show them how. But I understand most people like yourself, just like you just said, you can barely do one push-up, let alone 200 and some. So that's what I do. That's what
and
I
you do it every day?
5 days a week. Yeah.
But do you do 5 days straight and then take 2 off, or where do you get your rest period?
Yeah. That is a myth, that you can't work at same muscles twice, 2 days in a row. Now, if you're, once again, going back to the showing off your body on stage, it's a whole different caliber of workout. But if you're just doing it to stay fit, you can do the same thing every day. It's not going to hurt you.
I work my jaw muscles, consistently.
There you go. See, you do it every day. So it's not hurting you, is it? No.
Maybe it is.
So, I mean, yeah, a lot of people say, well, you can't work the same muscles every day. Well, it depends on what you're wanting to do. If you're just wanting to get better and feel better about yourself, yeah, that's fine. I tell people all the time, look at professional bicyclists. They ride a bike every day. They do the same thing every day. And they're pretty good at it.
Yeah. So what time do you get done with this workout?
Usually takes me anywhere from 35 to 45 minutes. Depends on if I want to put extra rest.
It's nice and quiet in there, and nobody's bothering you. So how do you stay motivated?
How do I stay motivated? I stay motivated by looking at myself in the mirror. I say, do I like what I see? Do I want to improve on it? And the mirror doesn't lie. The scale might, because you might drop a pound or two today or gain a pound or two tomorrow. But if you look at yourself in the mirror and the way your clothes fit, that doesn't lie. If you have to go out to a different notch on your belt, it might be telling you something, unless you're getting in a skinnier notch. So the way your clothes fit is a big indicator. So what if I feel my clothes start getting tighter around my waist, especially, I'm like, oh, that's not good. I don't mind my shirts fitting tight around my arms, because that means the gun show's coming out. So I tell people all the time, don't worry about the scale. Look at yourself in the mirror and check and see how your clothes are fitting.
All right, now you'd consider yourself stocky. Would you say that? Is that a fair?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, because when they see you on those videos, it's not going to be like a 32-inch waist kind of guy. This is a guy that's
absolutely not.
Yeah, is strong, like linebacker or lineman type stuff. So
I am not your typical Ken doll trainer. You're not going to see me with my shirt off, the 6-pack abs. I'm not like that at all. But I will put my what I call my vital signs, your blood work and everything else, against anybody out there, and I guarantee I can hold my own with it.
Yeah, and let's see. I think they came out with speaking of a Ken doll, they came out with a new Barbie divorce doll. Did you hear about it?
No.
Yeah, it comes with everything Ken had. Yeah, I know, but boom. All right, so thanks for coming on, man. So I want everybody to go over and get in your membership site. It's not expensive, right? What's it cost to get into your membership site?
It is $10 a month.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's amazing. That's crazy. $10 a month to get all these tips and all this information and all these interviews with really high level health and wellness people. So it's a drop in the bucket. And then your new book is only $19.95. And we're going to have all the links for that in the show notes, so people can go over and grab a copy. And like I said, it's a very unique book in that almost all the tips, the 102 tips, have videos associated with them. So it's a great value. It's it's probably a $50 book, really. So thanks for coming on, man.
You're welcome. I appreciate it.
All right. If they have any questions, how should they contact you?
You can go to topfitnessstrategies.com, or you can just email me at Andrew@topfitnessstrategies.
Andrew@topfitnessstrategies.com.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Catch everybody on the next episode. I'll see you later.